spoken about publicly, about how to be in the position you are today with gut instincts and being able to make the decisions that you can today?
That's a great question. Some of it is I'm a strong proponent of the old formula. It's luck equals preparation times opportunity. And the preparation part people skip over. So I'll tell you a story that's not about me, but I think it reveals it. There's a friend of mine who I went to college with at Stanford who had a lot of really cool things happen in his life. And people used to always describe my friend Adam as lucky, like constantly. Everybody around would say, oh, he's so lucky. What they didn't see was, since he's a good friend, I knew what he was doing. So like he got this internship for this famous sports agent back in the day when he was like a freshman or sophomore at Stanford. And everybody's jealous. And they were like, oh, he's so lucky, blah, blah, blah. What he did to prepare for that interview was off the charts obsession. He studied like, what did this agent wear? Like what kind of suit, what kind of tie, what kind of collar? Replicated all that. So the preparation was off the charts. Not surprisingly, if you prepare for everything in your life that way, some rolls of the dice work out in your favor. So as you both expand the opportunities to get lucky, which I think the surface area is an important ingredient, but then your preparation that means you're ready to seize the opportunity. And that's the invisible work that people don't see that looks like luck. So I've been a pretty big proponent of that. So preparation times surface area. And so putting yourself in a position to thrive when the dice kind of turn, roll the way you want them to, you're not caught off guard.
What if somebody says to you, but I have prepared?
Well, what level of preparation?
Exactly.
And then how many years? So I think there's another expression I learned from a very successful, fairly famous person, was in any short dose of time, luck dictates a lot of outcomes. But if you expand the time frame, you regress to sort of meritocracy. And I think that's true. You learn this technique as a lawyer, actually, which is changing time frames can really change the result. And so if you think of, like, let's say people in tech, yes, there are people who enter tech and they join Cursor right out of college. Did they prepare correctly? Why and how? It probably wasn't full luck, but certainly it will set them up to be, very successful. However, and you can't always join Cursor right out of college. However, if you're talented and ambitious and you work your ass off, if you work in tech for 30 years, is it likely you can find your way into a Cursor? The answer is yes.
There's a lot of competition right now, so I hope
there's
you
a super
right.
competition. Tech is a very competitive field. Fortunately, it's not zero sum. The best thing about tech compared to some other fields is, for the most part, other than maybe in a narrow vertical, if my friend creates a company that's $1 trillion company, it doesn't handicap my ability to create $1 trillion company. In politics, there's only one president of the United States. There's only one secretary of state. There's only 2 senators from California.
Yeah.
Very zero sum. In sports, there's only one champion per year. There's only so many roster spots. Pick your sport, tell you the number of roster spots. There's only so many teams that, 48 that get invited to the World Cup. There's only 16 that make it to the next round. So there is zero sum. Tech is great because you can, if you have potential, you harness it, you can create something, and there's really nobody else who can get in your way.
I'm so inspired by you. Thank you for sharing with us your lifestyle habits that make you the person you are today.
Pleasure to be with you. Thanks for the invitation.